This is the Young Investor for the New Investor podcast. It is day 35 on our journey towards financial freedom. I was quite held up in the last 2 days as my company is currently going through our yearly Leaders Summit and conferences coupled with workshop, team building and guest speakers. These are primarily networking events and to keep us updated on the current trends in our industry and lay out the vision for the upcoming year with a special focus on dimensions we believe will keep our competitive advantage very much alive and well. In this case, they refer to being better and faster than our competition and the different ways we can achieve that. I couldn't help but thinking about the young or the new investors through these keynotes. There was a couple of points which were actually very interesting. And one of them was that it is crucial for us to pinpoint exactly where our strengths lay and how we should double down on them rather than bringing about every effort to rectify weaknesses. We are all very good in something in particular. May it be a hobby, a creative skill, sports, a hidden gem you're yet to discover such as investing, you name it. And in this day and age, we're able to potentially direct traffic, raise awareness about our product, service, even about ourselves, create a new brand, monetize on all of that thanks to the power of the internet, which has basically transformed everyone into an inspiring entrepreneur. Maybe not yet a successful one, as that takes serious hard work over time with patience, perseverance and talent for sure. But we all have the opportunity at least to show these off on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snap or the likes of them. And you never know, one could go viral. Something no one was even able to do 15 years ago. It basically means that in order to change your life or the way you operate, it will be essential that you adapt to this new world order and evolve within it in order to, in other words, unlearn what you have learned so far and relearn a new craft or get better at what you're currently doing in order to survive or strive. We are all summoned to step out of our comfort zone and evolve within the playground, evolve within that playground, as this will be the only way to achieve progress. As an aspiring young or new investor, your comfort zone was your past life in this current world, perfectly sculpted for the consumer. I was looking around the city of Bangkok today, and that goes for any city, where everyone is constantly solicited to consume. You just need to walk the streets to realize that everything out there talks to the consumer, but nothing out there talks to the investor. Why? Because it is a very different world. It was never closed to the general population. It was always there, but it is a discrete world. It exists for the select few or for those who have taken the time to get acquainted to it. It is subtle. It requires you to learn about it, to be curious, to be diligent. It requires you to take risks. It requires you to learn a new language, a new philosophy of life, new values, new approaches to your lifestyle. It is the outside of the box. It is the outside of your comfort zone exactly. You want to achieve progress, success, or even riches, you will need to put in the work as of today. It is the kind of world that when you're well acquainted to it will make you feel like you have made the biggest mistake in your existence by not having been curious enough while entertaining a form even of arrogance that made you believe you knew better by not getting close to that world you had defined as not for you, but for gamblers or crooks, another romantic view that only enforced your handicap and led you to build debt rather than getting out of them. Have you already started your journey? Have you changed at least one bad habit in the last 24 episodes of this podcast? If so, let us know what you have changed and tell us about how you feel about that or what impact it had on your journey so far. Let me know through the website, actually, the New Investor Pod, and let's start a discussion. Should we be able to create a small community of young or new investors? I guarantee you that you would have at least ticked the box of discipline, as you're no longer alone in that journey, and that, my friend, is an additional asset to your financial success in the long term. Have a great evening ahead, and I look forward to the next episode.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.